Divine darlings, it is your girl Narisse, back again with another guitar practice, and I apologize for my tardiness today. Um, I had to get my life together, and I was hungry, so I had to eat something, and be fabulous as well. That's what I tweeted out and said on my threads. But yeah, I'm here. Hello, how's it going? Before I get into guitar practice, there was a few things that I wanted to give you guys an update on in regards to guitar live stream. So I had a performance at a nursing home, which was the performance that I was practicing for a majority of my vocal practices. That is, with like the old school R&B music, right? That was the vibe of the performance, and I haven't had a chance to watch the full playback of my performance, mainly because of an annoying situation with like a lack of privacy on my devices. So, and being an artist is a pretty vulnerable thing, especially when you're practicing, you're learning, you're growing, you're creating. So, to have that displayed in any way while in the midst of like watching it for me to critique myself and to figure out what it is that I need to work on, but also having in my mind that all other people might be watching this because of a very invasive circumstance that I'm in right now, which is quite irritating. But it's the cards that were dealt, right? Until we can shuffle and get new cards. Um, so I haven't had a chance to really watch my performance, but I can just sense from what I remember, it was a good performance. I feel like I've grown in terms of like stage presence, and I know I had been working on some of the songs. It's funny because some of the mistakes that I made were with songs that were fine, and then some of the mistakes that I were anticipating I didn't make. So there was that, and then plus like it was a lot going on in the midst of the situation. People trying to move around and do stuff. Like stuff was happening while I was performing. Of course, everybody just likes to eat when I perform, but okay. No shade, just observations. Um, but anyway, I say this to say I know that I have to practice more, essentially, and because in the back of my mind, I think, what would Beyonce do? And I often have this like clip in my mind of her, I think from Homecoming, talking about rehearsing and just thinking about her schedule. Granted, her circumstance is completely different than mine, not comparing at all. There's a team of people who have different roles. There's somebody to press play on the music so she can focus on what she needs to focus on. But the amount of time and energy and effort that's put into rehearsal and into the art, into the show, into the art. I said the art already. You know, for it to be the level that I want it to be, I know I need to put more time into that. It's just where I am in my journey right now, where I wear multiple hats, hence what I did in my cafe improv performance. If you haven't checked those videos out, please do. It's on my page at Narisse on YouTube. I uploaded my performance of Aloe, no, sorry, not Aloe, Alumni and Divine from my first televised performance. So check that out. Shameless plug. But I bring that up to say, what was my point? um, Wearing multiple hats. That's where we were. Because I wear multiple hats, I have to divvy up my energy and my time into doing multiple things. I was thinking about it the other day. Like, it'd be one thing if I can, like, you know, hire people to like clean my home and do my laundry and hire a chef so I don't have to worry about like meal prepping and doing laundry and all of these things, right? But I tend to find ways to make the work happen in the midst of that, right? But even still, like, not even just like regular everyday tasks, but the time that it takes to get dressed and everything and set everything up for the live streams, figuring out what songs I'm going to perform, the business side of things, uh, paying bills, trying to make sure my credit score goes up, which it has been, and I'm grateful for that. It's just like little things like that, added things like your regular everyday life task, plus other things that I'm working on outside of music, on putting together, and just like personal stuff that I'm dealing with. It's a lot. But I know for me to get my artistry to the level that I know it could be at with the resources that I have available to me, I know I need to spend more time rehearsing. So I say all that to say, I realize that I want to have longer guitar practices. I know I mentioned in one of my last live streams that, um, sorry, Angie just likes to show up in the video. She's always with me. Um, um, sorry, I'm just thinking about life. So I'm deciding to extend my live streams. I didn't really have like a time limit. I just knew that they started at 7 and Eastern time, that is. And I would practice for about, at first, guitar practice was like an hour in the beginning. And then I started to formulate it around a set and just started like adding songs. And then now I implemented learning new songs. So hence Agua de Marco, learning that on guitar. And in vocal practice, last vocal practice, I didn't really do a set, mainly because I didn't have like a gig immediately lined up that I had to worry about. But it was a song that I wanted to do. And what I mentioned in my previous live stream is that I don't want this to just be work for me. I do want to enjoy the process to the degree. I mean, should everything else is irritating and exhausting, I should at least enjoy something out of this. So instead of just jumping into the next project or suggested thing, it's not that I don't consider the suggestions. I'm weary of it, sometimes, just because I really have a hard time trusting a lot of these humans out here. Sometimes they could be helpful, and then sometimes they could be shisty, and then sometimes at the same time. So it's like, okay, who's really benefiting if I go to this venue? And then when I do, it's an upside, but then there's some bullshit behind the scenes to deal with. So, sometimes I don't jump immediately into a thing. I take my time to really assess whether it's a good move for me or not, or if I feel I'm ready for it. So, with that said, with my last vocal practice, I wanted to do something fun. So I decided to learn a French song. Even though it's probably one of the harder challenges to do, is learning a song in a completely different language, and then learning it on guitar, which has bossa nova melodies and cadences, which is more intricate than the songs that I'm playing. So although I did it for shits and giggles, it's more of a challenge. But I enjoy the challenge, and I was having fun, and I'm getting comfortable with the song, and I enjoy it, which I don't want to lose because everything else is a headache to deal with. Um, so, even though it's exciting for me to pursue music full time, um, I don't want to lose the fun in this. I don't want to lose enjoying the music, because that's why I do it, right? So there's that. So, okay, anyway, I say all this to say, going to extend guitar practice, but in order for me to do that and me try my best to um, work a night and a morning routine, I have to shift it to an earlier time. So starting in December, if you guys didn't get my newsletter, which you can get if you go on Narisse.com and sign up for my newsletter. Put your first and last name and email, and you'll receive a beautiful, aesthetically pleasing newsletter that I created myself. I did all the work, wrote it out and everything. Now, I'm pretty sure I could have just made AI do it or something like that, but now I put my heart um, and my sweat into it. Um, and spent 11 hours just about working on it. And on the newsletter, I reference on there that starting in December, that guitar practice and vocal practice is going to be shifting. So what I'm going to end up doing is starting it at 5 p.m. and going till about 9. Yeah, just because I think the longest I've had practice was about like 3 hours. And I know professional artists probably rehearse longer than that, um, depending on the demand and depending on like what event and show is coming up. So I want to, not only do I want to rehearse longer, I was just kind of like, I just know, like I said before, I just feel like my performance isn't as great as it can be. It's good, but it ain't great. Um, uh, just have all the references because I'm not a fan of nothing. But anyway, um, yeah, I want it to be great because I know it can be. And y'all see me get on this live stream every week, and y'all know that I put the work in. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. I definitely have like my, you know, less than productive moments. But even in my less than productive moments, it's usually productive. Like, okay, say earlier today, there were certain things that I wanted to get done today, but I ended up not doing it. And, and I was watching some gym truck videos because I enjoy them. Um, but even in doing that, I was watching content on the best practices when it comes to booking gigs and building your audience and stuff like that. I was watching a lot of Wendy Day content. Shout out to her. Um, and I was learning a lot. And in me watching her content, for one, it's not like I wasn't being productive. I might not have actively been working on something, but I was learning and I was studying. And it gave me insight of things that I needed to get done prior to the moves that I wanted to make. So I was like, okay, well, this makes a lot of sense. And even with I did start the task that I had planned for the day. I started that task, but in me watching her videos, I realized I'm like, okay, I would have to go about this a different way. There's other work that I have to do first prior to me making certain moves. So it forced me to reassess what my priorities needed to be and what I needed to work on. So it wasn't oh, I didn't get this task done. It was a reevaluation of the task and realizing, okay, actually, there's other things that I need to do before I do this. And stuff like that happens all the time with me. You know, when I think about the day and I'm like, okay, this day didn't happen how I wanted to. Maybe like my time management wasn't as great, but everything got done. Or there's moments where certain tasks didn't get done because I didn't allot the time each task would take me. So say a task that I would assume would take me like an hour may have taken me a few hours to do, and so for that reason I wasn't able to get to other things. But things are always getting done is my point. And with that said, I want to make sure I'm putting more time and energy into perfecting my performance. I want it to be amazing. I want it to be phenomenal. That's a personal insider reference that many won't get. Um, but yeah, it needs to be phenomenal. It needs to be amazing. It needs to be great. And I know I have the talent, and I know I could put a look together and decor and all these things, and and make a world and an aesthetic and a vibe. But I want my performance to be immaculate, and it's not there yet. So with that said, I know I have to put more time into working on that. So not only am I extending guitar and vocal practice, I didn't put this in the newsletter because I recently came up with this idea, but in the newsletter I said it's going to change to 5 p.m. So it's probably going to go to like 5 to 9, so it'll be about 4 hours. And I believe, well, okay, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do this. I think um I might either do another practice live stream for another day or extend one of the 2 days. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do that. So, but that what's definitely happening is the time change for guitar practice and vocal practice. It's just I might have a third day. So it might be like a Thursday something like performance practice or something like that. I don't know. Um I'm still deciding what's going to be best for me, because I know based on the research and the homework that I was doing earlier today, I know that there's other tasks that I have to do that's going to require maybe like a few days where I might not be live streaming, and I have to solely focus on that task. And, I'll get to more details of that when I share them, because not everything is your business. Um, but yeah, so that's pretty much what I wanted to say. And not only that, okay, and onto the newsletter, which I briefly mentioned. So if y'all haven't seen, my recent Watch Me Work live stream was me finally finishing and putting out the newsletter that should have been done last month, but it's okay because it was done right on time. And I spent a lot of time and energy on it, and there's a lot of info on there, and it might shift and evolve over time depending on me learning the process and everything. But okay, so something else that I wanted to say. I know more established artists would name their audience and their fan bases. And for me, I mean, I've already kind of been doing that. Sorry, I'm just like exiting this so I can make sure if people jump in the chat that I see that. Okay. But I know that more established artists name their fans, right? And so I guess in a way of me manifesting, even though I have an audience, I will say it's a little sparse, but there's people who've been following me, there's people who've been engaging and who come back and so on. Um, and people who've purchased and supported, and people who I've met in certain spaces and whatnot. So I will say definitely in building an audience. So for one, grateful for that. And I've always kind of called my fans divine ones, right? Kind of going off of Divine, the project. And in the back end of my website, so I use Squarespace. Notice on site when I see you, I'm working a Squarespace. Nobody take offense. It's literally just a J. Cole song. Anyway, um, so on the back office, when I put together my newsletter and I build my email list, you can have different groups or different email lists. And so at first, I was calling my email list Divine Ones because that's what I would call my fans. Divine Ones. On here, I've been saying Divine Darlings. And I recently changed it to The Village. And I did that because if you haven't seen my other live stream, yes, I'm referring back to all my old stuff, um, on the conversation around the lack of leadership in the Black community and my thoughts in regards to that. And I mentioned the lack of structure that I've noticed from my own personal experiences of the village and what the village looks and feels like. And so I don't just make these complaints to complain, right? And referencing my post earlier today. And what I say on here often is that I care to be somebody that leads by example. And instead of just complaining about a thing, I want to take action in showing what it looks like to be the solution. But I am going to say what I need to say. I'm say what I say. Um, and I understand this book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Dale Carnegie, one of the things he says is not to condemn, criticize, or complain. I'm working on that. I'm working on it. However, I do feel like in certain circumstances, it is important to criticize something. It is, because not in a way to condemn, but in a way to hold accountability, which I scream about on here all the time. Accountability. And it starts with transparency. It starts with, if not being accountable for yourself, having the self awareness to look at yourself and say, okay, this is not right. Let me work on this. Or if you're regarding someone else, having the awareness and the transparency to say, hey, this is not good. So I'm going to let you know. And even that, I feel like, is lacking. So, there's a lot of code talking happening or whatever, right? And I'm just over that. I'm over it. But, and I detailed that in that live stream. If you haven't watched it, make sure you do, on my platform, Narisse, my YouTube channel. And I mean, there were some people who stumbled upon that video and, made some comments and, engaged with the content. And, I'm glad. And I figured it would be something that might trigger some folks. But again, like I said in the video, if it did, good, because I criticize from a space of love and to hold accountability. And of course, you know, there's this saying that's like, hit dogs holler. And I don't aim to hit people. I just aim to make certain issues brought to people's awareness so it can be changed for the better. And if other people aren't going to do that, I'm going to do that with the village that I create and the fan base and my audience that I build for myself. Hence why I am listing and calling and claiming my audience the village. So you might hear me use that interchangeably, the village, my divine ones, because again, instead of just complaining about the issues, I care to be a solution. But in order to be a solution to the problem, you do have to acknowledge it. And that's what I aim to do in my life, in my live streams, in conversation, in my relationships. However, you know, since honesty seems to be so far and few these days, and I'm here to shake up the status quo and be a menace to society, because society is below the standard that it should be. And again, I came and claim and declare that I'm going to be a solution to that. So, thank you to the people who are a part of my village, whether you have followed me on social media, whether you have streamed my music on my platforms, whether you have followed my journey in these live streams, you've been a part of these live streams, interacted in the chat section, purchased my music, joined my newsletter with genuine and organic and authentic intentions. Thank you. I'm grateful. Thank you so much. And again, my music and the world that I create for myself is a space where I want people to feel safe. I want people to feel seen and heard and respected. And whether that be in conversation in these live streams, whether that be at my shows, and truthfully, not in code, not in whatever, in the matrix. Nah. In a really real, genuine, organic way. Because I don't got time for the fake shit. I don't have time for it. I don't respect it. And the community deserves better. So I'll be better for the community. So again, thank you to my village. Thank you to the people who choose to be a part of this village and know that there will be gatekeeping in this village. This is a space where gatekeeping will be a thing because not just anybody could be a part of this village. I appreciate people who support me and people who listen to the music and maybe share my content and like the content. But again, this is a village of values and principles and standards to uplift and uphold one another. And again, I aim to be a solution. And in me being a solution, I do have to gatekeep when there's activity and individuals who don't align with what we stand for in this village. So, again, welcome to those who are part of this village. And just to be clear, when it comes to the values that are upheld in this village are values very similar to what was listed in regards to good leadership. And in the video talking about leadership in the Black community, and some of those things are, accountability, being honest, leading by example, being able to delegate tasks, creating safe environments, uplifting people, encouraging, being a good motivator, being educated in a thing, being coachable, being able to take criticism and change for the better, and lead, but also be willing to be led by quality leaders. And I mean, that's specifically around leadership, but a lot of those things are important in general. And of course, like upholding one another, empowering one another, being honest, creating spaces that feel safe, having fun, uplifting, and informing one another. So, yeah, I think those are things that are needed in this community in general. And it starts with me. And mainly because I've had issues finding that in other spaces. And granted, although I'm still building, um, you know, there's this saying where it's like, if you can't fit in, maybe you're meant to stand out. And something that I say a lot on social media is, um, if you don't see the spaces that you want, create them. If you can't fit into other spaces, create that space. So that's what this is. That's why I'm creating my village. And I genuinely want this to be something that's respected and sacred and protected. And that's why not everybody has access to this village. While I'm still in a space of trying to protect my own privacy and energy and all these things. In the midst of that, while I'm building that for myself, I care to build that for a community of people who feel that that's lacking. So, yeah. Okay. That spiel was a little longer than I wanted it to be, but I wanted to make that known. And also, again, if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, please do and join the village. If these values and those standards align with what matters to you and what you stand for and what represents your character and your energy, then please sign up for the newsletter. If not, don't, because we don't have time for the shenanigans. Shenanigans is not welcome. If you want to be, you know, speaking in code and, doing backhanded compliments or, messages with underlining undertones and messages, like y'all can keep that outside the village. Is not welcomed. Keep that over there respectfully until you want to, leave the matrix and keep it real and be of love and light and have genuine and organic intentions. Then you can be welcome in the village. So, yeah, you can't sit with us. And not in a way to be excluding, but just to be protective. Because, when you have the doors just open to anybody, you don't always know people's intentions. And some people could be there with ill intentions, and we don't have time or energy or space for that. Unless, you're in a space where you want healing for yourself and you want to elevate, like you want to elevate. And maybe you might not necessarily be at the level that you want to be at, but you want to be in a space or in an environment or a community of people who want that for you and will give you grace as you grow and hold you accountable and challenge you, but out of love and not to bring you down and not to hurt you and not to cause harm and try to criticize and condemn. Well, hold on. We will criticize, but not to condemn, you know, but again, to hold accountability. So, yeah, I know the guitar practice is, you know, getting a little long. I know it was already a late start and I was kind of talking for a bit. Okay, so what was that, like 30 minutes? Okay, not bad. I said what I said. Yeah, so I said what I said and I stand by it. And, you can't always expect people to receive the truth well. So there it is. All right. So with that said, we'll be getting started. But give me a second. Okay, I think the last practice was I standing. I don't know if I was standing in the last practice. I probably should, but I don't feel like it. So I should probably like write down the songs. So I don't know if y'all watched the playback of vocal practice, but, I worked on Argo de Marco, Lezo de Mars in Portuguese and French. And in me working on those songs, I picked up like the first two bars lyric wise, and I haven't put it to guitar yet. So that's why one of the videos I was watching, he did a good job laying down the chords, but not the cadence, and I need the cadence. Like I know it's probably complicated, but I need it how it goes in the song for me to really learn it. So yeah, hopefully we'll figure all that out. I think actually what I'm gonna do is go through the regular songs, and then from there, um, get into Agua de Marco. So for this live stream, I'm not going to do 4 hours. One, I was already late, and I know it's a half hour into it, and it was mostly me talking. But I just wanted to, do my plugs and reiterate what I've been working on. So, okay. The thing is, my hands are super oily, and actually, I need to clip my nails at some point. Probably not today. I'm gonna back up a bit so it at least looks like I'm playing guitar. Um, so when I chop this up and repost it, it's like you can actually somewhat see the guitar a bit or enough at least. This is in the way. Okay. you say I'm free. How could I be? My words of privacy, free purgatory, where I'm constantly afraid to be me. Since the exoneration, I just want vacation. Don't want confrontations. Don't want no conversations. Otherwise, I'll be free to fly. I choose to be wise and willing to explore upside down dimensions no one believes in. Hopefully they'll see me other than strange like Ava Sakura. Able to tell my own story. Otherwise, I'll be free to fly. Free to fly. Shit. You know what? Not only is it me struggling with these notes, but I do need to cut my nails. And I knew that before playing this. I was like, well, my nails are kind of long. I was like, it should be all right. Nah, it's not. It's not okay. It's not all right. Okay, this is going to be a little gross, but Benny told me to cut my nails so I can play the scales. So here I am. I hope I'm making Benny proud. Damn, it was going pretty good though. You know what? It was feeling easy to play. Or at least the first half. It usually is. The first half is pretty easy. But I started kind of like flubbing a little bit and around like the second verse into the chorus. Mainly because I was like preparing myself for the note. But I'm like, Narice, you got the note. But then again, I know I didn't warm up prior to this. Because in my mind, when I think of guitar practice, I think of the guitar. But I forget like, oh yeah, by the way, you're also singing. Should probably do this with glasses. See what the fuck I'm doing. Okay. And I don't have my nail file. It's very organic and authentic, y'all. Literally cutting my nails in the middle of a song. But I do think otherwise is getting a lot better. All right. Oh, it feels annoying. But no, this was Very necessary. Very necessary for me to do. Oh, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. All right, so you know what? All right. I think what I need to do is have, being that I'm going to extend the time for these practices, I should have some more structure. And I think just going through the songs aren't enough. Like parts like that. I know I played it easier the other night when I was like, oh shit, these are just the same chords that I use in waiting and wait shit. What's that song? Waiting in Vain. Waiting in Vain is the name of the Bob Marley song. It's the same chords, just in a different section on different strings. But I mean same chord shape, I should say. Same chord shape. So when I had that in my mind, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be easier. But you know what I did too? So what switched me up this time around was the fact that I had my guitar on, so I couldn't really see the chords, and I took my glasses off too, and plus the nails. So it was like all these extra things, and I was like, okay, Narish, you got it. Then I was like, ah, damn, no, you didn't have it, not right then. All right, but anyway, all right, so let's go from second verse. I choose. I choose to be wise and willing to explore upside down dimensions no one believes in. Hopefully they see me. Shit. Alright, let's try it again. I choose to be wise and willing to explore upside down dimensions no one believes in. Hopefully they'll see me other than strange like Ava saw Corey. To tell my own story. I'll be free to fly. I realized I wasn't finishing the note because I was listening to my guitar playing. Okay, it's better. Like the first time it was better, but it wasn't solid. Shit. Shit. I have to keep doing it like that so it gets comfortable because it took me a while for me to get that part like on alumni. So like it's easier for me to do. I could just do it. But I will say when I do the love. Shit. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I gotta work on that. But in the verse, when it's you can take your shit. Oh my god. Okay, girl, come on, let's get it. You can take your degrees. You can take your degrees in your family and spies and joy every day. Hanging out just me. Okay, actually, I don't do that. That's why I'm adding an extra note. And plus, like, give me grace, y'all. I'm playing with the guitar strap on. That's what she said. But and it's a little bit of a conundrum. Not a conundrum. It's just a okay, adjustment. Gotta adjust the strap. Get the strap. Anyway, I'm so gay. Anyway. Okay, we're not on this song. But my point. And I still fucked it up. Like, what the fuck? There we go. Yeah, and you know what it is too? It's that second one. It's a little delayed, so like. That. Okay. Anyway, but we're still on otherwise. So that was cute. Alumni, we'll get there, but. Yeah, I was off. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna work on jumping to that chord. Whoa, I just got an idea. I'm not gonna share it, but because I was just thinking about like structure when it comes to these practices, especially if it's gonna be like 4 hours long. I can't just be, you know, like I want to work through the tough parts of the songs and like just keep going through it. I want to work on learning new songs, and then there's something else that I have in mind, which I will share later. Once I build the structure, I'll build the structure first, and then I'll let y'all know what it's gonna be. Anyway, it's because I gotta have like the ball of my fingers there. Okay, Drake, back in the Claudines and like sardines. Y'all motherfuckers owe me. Yeah, practicing once a week isn't enough because I feel like I gotta keep rebuilding the strength to like get these parts, and not only these parts, but like having the guitar strapped on my shoulder. Oh my god, when I did that, not I think not last week, but the week before, and the next day, bitch, I was feeling that shit. I was like, oh my god. But the more I do it, the better I get. I know I'm definitely getting calluses though. Getting callus, I feel like calluses are like a badge of honor as an instrumentalist. It's like, ooh, yes, I'm official. That's how you know you've been playing for real. Um, but yeah, the calluses are there, but I definitely need to practice more. Oh yeah, and I have an exciting thing. Official. I made a decision on how I'm gonna do a shift or a change to vocal practice. I think I'll save that discussion for tomorrow. Just because I've already talked enough on here. So yeah, I'll let y'all know. It's gonna be a little switch up that I'm like excited about. In terms of like new songs and the type of set list that I want to build. I will say, like I said before, like my struggles in terms of like, excuse me, like niching down and figuring out like, okay, what is my vibe? But the thing that I feel like is a superpower for me is that I feel like I can make my music fit into different spaces, whether you get the acoustic version of a song, uh, the recorded version of a song, you know, whatever. Like I can mix my music in like a acoustic, you know, alternative soft rock kind of vibe with like soulful nuances, just how I sing, and with R&B stuff. And there's versatility there. And in regards to those genres, I have an idea. I'm not going to share it. I have all these ideas that I'm not going to share. But, I say this for me because if I watch this playback and I hear that, I'm going to know what I'm talking about. I'm like, okay, girl, I know what you were getting at here. Um, so it's really insiders with myself. I have a really interesting idea that I haven't seen. I haven't seen a space for it. And I mean, I don't really know if I have the time to do it, but I feel like it would be a dope thing to see. So it might be like a future idea, but I feel like it could be a thing. I feel like it could be a thing. It'll be different, um, But I will say, as a hint, in regards to like, okay, and then I'll get back to practicing these chords. In regards to like spaces for R&B, I feel like R&B is a very like I don't know. It's like a not an underrated genre. I feel like it's a genre that everybody appreciates. You know, even if you don't listen to R&B music, if you hear an R&B singer, you know, like, oh, that person can sing. Well, a good one, you hope. But I feel like there's not enough spaces honoring R&B. And I'm not talking about like podcasts and stuff like that. Like shout out to, well, I don't know. I'm not going to shout out to nobody. But, you know, for people who are in the spaces thriving, generally shout out to y'all. I'm not going to do direct shout outs to nobody because y'all be getting on my nerves. Um, but, you know, if you for the culture, I still have love for it though and respect for that. But I feel like, you know, unless it's like an old school R&B station, you know, I feel like R&B like today, like new school R&B gets grouped in with hip hop, you know, and I say that because like I've purchased different like books or whatever, or just information about getting your brand out there, and seeing information about like radio stations and blogs and you know different websites and venues and places for you to go to perform. And I feel like there's nothing really specific for R&B. Usually R&B is like just thrown in with hip hop, but and it's usually catered to rappers. And I get it because hip hop is the most popular or consumed genre right now, which I get that. But like, where are spaces solely dedicated to new school R&B? You know, we don't really see that. Is, you know, there's definitely like the classic old school R&B, and some of the newer girls and guys, they're and people, um you know, their music gets played on those stations, but and it's no shade to that because that's all I listen to. But at the same time, as a someone coming up in that genre, as like a new school alternative R&B kind of an artist, where do we fit in? Because I feel like the R&B that comes out today, some of it can fit in with like classic traditional R&B, like your Coco Jones and Victoria Monet and like Snow Allegra and whatnot. But I feel like something that's really interesting about SZA is that she, you know, well, her team hailed her the queen of alternative R&B, and rightfully so. She is. She took it to a mainstream level, and you know, and she, even though her sound has like evolved, but she still has that like, you know, like, I guess ambient, quirky, like like with like sparse chords, like that alternative sound that makes it different. It's not like your traditional R&B, you know. And I mean, luckily those genres are playing on pop radio, like even with Steve Lacy with Bad Habits playing on pop stations, and SZA's music being played on hip hop and pop, which is dope. But, you know, where is the space solely for those genres? Because I feel like there's a lot of artists in that space, and they're slowly but surely like moving their way up the ranks. And it might not necessarily be as popular as hip hop, but where are the spaces for the new school R&B people, and not just like traditional R&B, but R&B with a different twist, with a different style and vibe, with a mixture of genres? Where do those artists go? You know? And so I say that to say I found a problem and I'm going to try to create a solution some way somehow. Anyway, but I mean, and if other people find solutions, cool, because we need those spaces. And it's not like like a race to be the first or whatever the case may be. Like, I know that's a thing in business or whatever, but really I just care for artists in that space, artists like myself, to have spaces that are just like catered to that, and like a mix of genres where it's not just like either old school or hip hop, but solely for that space of the new school R&B, or even if their R&B leans into like a rock kind of space. Cuz even with like Lil Uzi Vert, even though he's hip hop, you know, he's not just hip hop. You know, he said he's a rock star. He's not just a rapper. He can rap, but his music transcends genre. And although he's done an amazing job being mainstream and being played on hip hop radio and stuff like that, you know, what does the R&B version of that look like? Where are those spaces? I wonder. Anyway, Just my thoughts. And if there are spaces, let me know. Like, put it in the comments. Let me know on my platform. Okay, practicing. Bang off. Like a space for the R&B girls that play guitar. I know we got her, and I feel like she does a good job, like having her music kind of like transcend like commercial sounds a bit, and it's on the radio. And then even like Summer Walker. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't listen to a lot of Summer Walker, but she comes up in some of the playlists that I listen to. And her old school stuff, like some of her earlier stuff where she's playing more guitar, I'm like, ooh, this sounds like something I could listen to. Now, her music that she comes out with now is a vibe too, but I understand her sound caters to a particular demographic when it comes to R&B. And I feel like she's one of those people that can transcend. She can play guitar and be on her like acoustic, soulful vibe. And then, she could be on her more like, I'm not gonna say urban because I don't like describing it that way. But like, like the song for, guess I'm unloyal, baby. Even though I feel like that's more like soulful R&B, but she has songs that can feel like traditional R&B, songs that can feel like alternative R&B, and then songs that feels like R&B with your girls around the way. You know what I mean? Like if that makes any sense. Like, oh girl, put on that Summer Walker. Even though I haven't really had that moment. But I've heard some of her songs, and I'm like, okay, this isn't like all her music all doesn't sound the same, and I can appreciate that about an artist. And yeah, I feel like I gotta listen to her a little bit more for the sonics of it all. But I say that to say, for the girls with the R&B with guitar, you know what I mean? Like with an acoustic vibe, or with like a band kind of a sound, like and it doesn't necessarily, it can lean into like a more traditional R&B kind of a place, but I guess the word that the Grammys would call it is like progressive R&B, right? Um yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know, just a random R&B thought. But anyway, back to the chords. I think I'm gonna do this like 5 more times, and then move on to another song. over and recount five. I feel like that was four, maybe. I stopped counting. All right, I'm gonna do the chorus into that. Let's see, I'm more comfortable playing going in to that because that's where it really, um, um, that's where it really, becomes a thing. It's like being comfortable playing that first part and then the key change. So. I'll be free to fly. My strumming needs to be better. I landed on the notes. Oh, yeah. What the fuck? Okay. All right. I'm glad I worked on that. Um. Okay, I'm gonna do alumni real quick. I'm already it's like so over it, but word to Summer Walker. may try to run me out of town, no. But did you forget where I made this crown? Even if my eyes may be down to the ground, so obnoxious, I still admit you got that funky sound. Even though you played the game and tried to take me out, was that about it? We're supposed to be on the same team, even if we can't agree. We could have been everything, but you can take your degrees and put on my family and special jewelry and do everything. And now just be lonely, and I live love. Okay. I know I'm not supposed to be scratching or whatever. But anyway, that was okay. It was alright. Actually, I'm gonna do it one more time. Mainly with a focus on vocals, because I feel like with my cafe improv performance, like I don't know, it's something about my vocals that I wasn't thrilled about. Like I don't know, I feel like in singing certain songs, it needs to sound more full and more like resonance and rich. And I feel like I'm just so used to singing these songs, I just sing them, and it's like okay, but I can't sing it and lose the feeling in it. You know what I mean? So it has to give. So you may try to run me out of the town, no. But did you forget where I made this crown? Even if my eyes may be down to the ground, I still admit you got that funky sound. Even though you played the game and tried to take me out, was that about it? We're supposed to be on the same team, even if we can't agree. We could have been everything, but you can take your degrees and put on my family and spice and job and do everything. And now just be alone and I'm gonna do that again. eyes, baby, down to the ground. I still admit you got that funky sound. Even though you played the game and tried to take me out, what's that about? And we're supposed to be on the same team, even if we can't agree. We could have been everything. But you can take your degrees and you love my family and spice and you through everything. Now just be alone when I live love. Damn, fucking up the whole part. Sorry, I'm irritated because I was like, I had it. It was so close. It was like right there. I was like, fuck. Shit is annoying. But this is why I practice, right? I'm so annoyed. Clearly. And not only that, because it's like I really want to hold that note for as long as possible, and then at the same time, like have it pick up on the mic. So it's like working on singing the note with enough resonance and projection without running out of breath, and playing this part. All right. Anyway. I'll just be lonely and I'll live What the fuck am I doing? Like, I can play this fucking song. Okay, I'm thinking too much. I'll just be lonely and I'll live I can get it to like that third measure note, whatever. Fuck it. I'm tired of this song. I want to fucking sing this song. I'm so irritated. I don't know why. Y'all, I need a Snickers. And I stopped by the grocery store today. And I spent more than I wanted to spend, but it was what I needed to spend. And I didn't get no snacks. I love snacks. I'm so mad at myself. I wasn't thinking about snacks. I was thinking about what I needed and getting like priorities. But damn, I ain't gonna fucking snacks. I I mean, I got like healthy snacks, but bitch, who likes? Bitch, a bitch wants some snacks. You know, and I'm trying to be better about like meal prepping, and I mean, I am. I've been pretty good about it for the last few weeks or so. It's just annoying because part of me feels like I should be cooking more, and when I actually eat my meals, I'm like, damn, I wish there was more food in here. Which I guess is a good thing because, you know, when I don't meal prep and I don't plan out my meals like that, sometimes I don't eat enough and I'll just go through the day and I'm like, oh shit, I should probably eat now. Um, and it would be like sporadic, but now that I'm like trying to be consistent and more structured about everything in my life, from like my outfits, from my meals, my routines. Like, it's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. I talk about it like I got it together. It's definitely not together. There's definitely days where I'm like, I'm not gonna work out today, or like I'll have it in my mind to work out, and then it just ends up not happening. And the thing is, like, and honestly, really, it's not even that I don't want to work out. I do want to work out. It's just like I just want to get my day started and like start working already. Like, I don't feel like working out because I actually want to work on my business. And I feel like that's the thing for a lot of people who are like workaholics. Um, but I know the remedy to that is waking up early and having my structure and my morning routines down pack. I mean, I worked out today though. I did. I worked out today. I just didn't run the elliptical. That's the only thing I didn't do. But I did some reps and I added to my reps. I did like double the reps that I usually would do. So like, you know, there was a growth and evolution moment. Um but I didn't do my full workout, which is like at least three different things. So I'm just like it's it it's growing and it's evolving. I just want to get to a point where like it's structured. I have my routines. I'm on point with it. It's easy for me and I just go through it and it's like, okay, I do this, do that, bop, bop, bop. Now it's work time, now it's rehearsal time. And then like, you know, everything's like structured and planned out. I know what I'm wearing, I know what I'm working on, I know that my meals are prepped, like everything is just in order. That's the goal. So, and I'm slowly but surely getting there. I've come a long way, y'all. I've come a long way because there was a point in time in my life where I like dreamt of having that type of structure in my life. Even though it's not perfect, there was a point in me like years ago that was yearning to be where I am right now, and I needed that reminder. And I know this, and I know to be grateful for my growth. But when I think about it like that, I was like, yo, you're doing the thing that younger you, or I guess younger you was like, damn, I wish I could do that. I wish I'd be better about meal prepping. I wish I'd be better about scheduling my days and this and that, and having adapting healthy habits. And I'm pretty good with it. It's just the time management part of it is the struggle. I'm just still trying to get it together, but it's building. My structure is being built, and I'm very proud of that. Anyway, I wanted to do divine. I'm tired of alumni. Alumni is pissing me off. Feel your embrace, my dear baby. I see you racing in my heart. Can no one take your place in here? I make the space for you to embark the tree of life and loving. Just be the light and loving. We can free the loving. We can be in love, my friend. My friend, I see your face while of the tree of life and love, and just be the light and love, and we can free the love, and we can be in love, my friend. Almost messed up that chord there. You are truly something divine, and time will tell the stars to align. And when I am yours and you are mine, I will love you for a lifetime, for oh yeah, 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 yeah. For time, for Sorry. I know I was supposed. I'm like thinking about my like bra strap sliding off and all these things. All right, that was better, but I messed up towards the end. But it's better in terms of like the vocal performance of it all, because I feel like I wanna. I don't sing that song as well as I should be. Anyway, let's start it from the top. Or actually, no. Let me do the ending. Let me just get the ending through, and then I'll start it from the top. So, because that note, the high note should have been better. It should have. It should have flowed better. You are truly something divine, and time will tell the stars to align. And I am yours, and you are mine. I will love you for a lifetime, for time, The vocals are better. The high note was not, and the guitar started sliding, and I have like my hands are oily, and the neck of the guitar is oily, so it was just like sliding. I was like, fuck it. Okay, I'm gonna do the ending one more time. You are truly something divine, and time will tell the stars to align. And I am yours, and you are mine. I will love you for all of time, for all time, for all time, for all time. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. For all time, for all time. It was better. It was better that time. I don't feel like singing that from the beginning. I don't feel like singing that song again. So tired of this song. Sorry, y'all. I'm not in the mood today. I'm just. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I'm just. I'm over these songs. And you know what it is too. I was gonna get into this tomorrow, but the vocal performance was better. I sang it how it should be performed. Um, yeah, I feel like my singing needs to be more full when I perform live, and I need to be because I just go through the songs because I just practice them, and I'm like, okay, as long as I don't mess up the lyrics, as long as I got the notes and it's on key, but it's like the dynamics matter too, and so and when I play back and listen to it, I was like, okay, that's what I need to work on. So here we are. But anyway, I feel like what it is right now is that not only do I want to change up my set, even though I do different sets, but like I want to change the sound of a thing. You know, and not only that, but I think a lot of the music that I have been writing recently have been coming out as raps, and I forget that I rap. You know, I don't claim or call myself a rapper, but I can be. Um, and there were more, I mean, there's a little bit of rapping on Divine, like the beginning of Run, but there's not really much rapping on that project. It's mostly vocally sung songs. And, when I was in Down to Mars, there was more like rapping there. Like I guess the style of music called for it. But like recently I feel like I don't know, just the overall discussion or message of my music has evolved and shifted, and the delivery has too. And so like I don't know, I've just been thinking like damn, I want to rap some of these songs that I've been feeling in my soul. And I have songs that I want to get off my chest, and a lot of them are rhymes because I'm a fan of hip hop, and that's where I get my competitive edge for from. And I'm just ready for new shit all around in more ways than one. I'm just ready for new things. I mean, technically, I guess that would kind of be like an old thing, but like not how I would be rapping today. Like, I feel like the things I was rapping about before were like, I mean, those were valid discussions, topics, but it was like a little juvenile, just a bit compared to like the things that I've been through and the shit that I want to say. And I feel like there's more important things to discuss. And I feel like sometimes rapping is the best way for me to get off the things that I need to say. Because you know what? With singing, you can, it could be, depending on how you write it, you don't have to say a whole lot. And it could be like the simplest line, but it's all melody. Versus rapping, I feel like you can tell stories. I mean, you could tell stories with songs, but it's like it's something about like the cadence of rapping and just the like playing with the words and with the rhyme schemes and stuff like that. There's more of a it's a there's a better, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it's a better approach for me to explain all the details of how I'm feeling versus if I were to write a song that I would sing. And I mean, like, there's ways that you can do that. Like, I feel like SZA's really good at that. Like I said, I feel like she writes like a rapper and puts melody to it. And I'm like, girl, how? Like, bitch, I'm about to lose my breath I'm gonna lose my breath trying to sing these damn songs. But but me writing as a songwriter, it's not as expressive as how I write as writing raps. And I feel like I want to do that. Not like a full project or anything like that, but just incorporate more of that in my music because I feel like I have a lot to say. And like Divine is cute. Divine, she's real cute or whatever, and grateful to be able to transmute that situation into something pretty. Um, it is a pretty song. It's a beautiful song, I will say. But I'm over it. I'm over singing this song. And you know what it is? Like, and I know, like, musicians, especially if you, like, make, like, a classic or, like, a fan favorite early in your career, you gotta sing that song for, like, all of your life. And I remember seeing Sade talk in an interview, and she was asked what's her favorite song to perform. And she's like, usually the newer songs. Because, of course, she's gonna sing the classic ones. But those newer ones are things that she recently put her heart and soul into and wrote and put out and are excited to tour probably. And I get it. I get it. And not like nothing wrong with the bad, not nothing bad with the old songs, but I can understand how that could be tiring for an artist. It's like, okay, bitch, where's the new songs? But when you have, I guess, when you're still working a song as a new artist, or if you're an established artist and you have fan favorites, you have to sing those songs repeatedly, whether you're trying to get people to like your music or the people like your music and that's what they want to hear. So, I don't know, I just was thinking about that um, while working on these songs, just because I know there's more songs and, and there's more that I want to say. and things that actually resonate with how I feel versus that. Anyway, I'm gonna do it one more time from the top. Feel your embrace, my divinity. I see you racing in my heart. Can no one take your place in here? I make the space for you to embark the tree of life and love, and just be the light and love, and we can free the love, and we can be in love, my friend. I see your face while I'm dreaming, falling in love with you, chasing you, don't even know it, but I'm missing you. I was fighting the inhibitions of the tree of life and love. Just be the light and love, and we can free the love, and we can be in love, my friend. You are truly something divine, and time will tell the stars to align. And when I am yours and you are mine, I will love you for all of time, for all time, for all time, for all time. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. For all time, for all Okay. Like, is there any other songs? I know I haven't really been doing Head Over Heels slash aloe slash supermodel slash doja slash any other song in the universe. Uh, I guess I can do. I can do Waiting in Vain, and then get into Agua de Marco or Les Eaux de Mar, since I'm singing the French version. Un pas, une paire, un chemin que chemin, on reste deux signes, c'est un peu solitaire, cette année la duvet, c'est la ville et soleil, c'est la mort le sommet, c'est un piège entravé, un abandonné, on a dans le bois, c'est un chat qui boit, c'est un oiseau de lait, c'est un train qui pourrit, c'est la neige qui fall, la mystère est parfait, les promesses du vie. That's what I know so far. But I gotta learn the rest of the lyrics and master the pronunciation. But yeah, we know a little French. Okay. Alrighty. Sim. Let me check over on Kick because I know this don't be really showing my accurate. Um. Okay, I got my one Kick viewer. Pop Smoke Dior. Okay. Anyway. All right, with Waiting in Vain, I have to look up the lyrics because I don't have them all memorized. So you know what? This it'll probably have to be added to my vocal playlist. All right, and if I do that, I saw it. Yeah. All right. Do I remember the song? I do. Shit. I don't want no way to fade for your love. I don't want no way to fade for your love. From the very first time I placed my eyes on you, girl, my heart said follow through. But I know now that I'm way down on your line. But the way to feel is fine. No, it ain't. Don't treat me like a puppet on a string. 'Cause I know how to do my thing. Don't talk to me as if you think I'm dumb. I wanna know when you're gonna come. And I'm so Alright, we gotta work on them transitions. Alright, I'm gonna start that over. Alright. I don't want no way to play for your love. I don't want no way to play for your love. From the very first time I laid my eyes on you, girl, my heart said follow through. What the fuck? I'm strumming too many notes. That's the problem. Cat hair every fucking where. Anyway, I'm starting that over. I don't want no way to play for your love. I don't want no way to play for your love. From the very first time I laid my eyes on you, girl, my heart said follow through. But I know now that I'm way down on your line. But the way to feel is fine. So don't treat me like a puppet on a string, 'cause I know how to do my thing. Don't talk to me as if you think I'm dumb. I wanna know where you're gonna come. See, I don't want no way to pay for your love. I don't want no way to pay for your love. I don't wanna wait and wait for your love. 'Cause summer is here, I'm still waiting. Winter is here, and I'm still waiting. Alright, hold on, I'm gonna do that part again. Summer is here, I'm still waiting. Winter is here, and I'm still waiting. Like I said, it's been 3 years since I'm knocking on your door, and I still can knock some more. Ooh, girl, is it feasible? I wanna know now, for I to knock some more. You see, in life I know there's lots of grief, but your love is my relief. tears in my eyes, but while I'm waiting for your turn. My turn? Yeah. I don't want no way to pay for your love. I don't want no way to pay for your love. I don't wanna wait and wait for your love. I don't wanna wait and wait for your love. I don't wanna wait and wait for your love. I don't wanna wait and wait for your love. Oh, I don't wanna wait to wait. No, I don't wanna wait to wait. I don't wanna wait, wait. No, I don't wanna wait. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, Misery. That was the song. That was the other song I didn't get to. Ooh, hey, yeah. I see no one's done that challenge yet. I understand if people are intimidated by my vocal prowess. JK, I'm humble, y'all. I am. I kid. I joke. I understand y'all are trapped in the matrix, so y'all can't express the truth. It is what it is. I'm leaving y'all there. Trying to save these hoes. Unappreciative ass motherfuckers. Anyway. I don't know what you want from me, but I know when I'm around you, I feel misery. So I just keep my resistance, and I'll just send love like Reiki long distance. I know relationships get hard, but this I couldn't even predict in the cards. Oh no, the oracle didn't tell me about this. Didn't warn me Agent Smith would find me in the matrix. I don't know what you want from me, but I know when I'm around you, I feel misery. So I just keep my resistance, and I'll just sound like Reiki long distance. Distance. I know I'm the life of the party, but I don't wanna be at your party. No, you try to get me to be naughty, but I don't want nobody in my party. daily. I know I'm the life of the party, but I don't give a fuck about your party. No, no. No, you try to get me to be naughty, but I don't want nobody. You're minding my business, got me more paranoid than Haley Williams. Would it be like this on the daily? Abyss of darkness, maybe. Well, hopefully I get a download from the deity. This call me like a Morpheus, I be the mentee. Pray me you'll fly through to come get me. I learn to fend for myself, for my trinity. Like, don't know what you want from me, but I know when I'm around you, I feel misery. So I just keep my resistance, and I'll just send love like Reiki long distance. Shit. Like Reiki long distance. Yeah. I feel like it's the first time that I played this song without looking at the chords, and I was really in my zone. I mean, I might have like fumbled a little bit, but it's okay because I was like, damn, I'm not looking at these chords, and this is one of those songs where I felt like I had to. Okay, come through, practice, improving. Oh, excuse me. All right. Anyway, let's try that again. Let me speed it up a bit. I don't know what you want from me, but I know when I'm around you, I feel misery. So I just keep my resistance, and I'll just send love like Reiki long distance. I know relationships get hard, but this I couldn't even predict in the cards. Oh no, the oracle didn't tell me about this. Didn't warn me Agent Smith would find me in the matrix. I don't know what you want from me, but I know when I'm around you, I feel misery. So I just keep my resistance, and I'll just send love like Reiki long distance. Distance. I know I'm the life of the party, but I don't feel like life at the party. No, 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 you try to get me to be naughty, but I don't want nobody in my body. I'm the life of the party, but I don't give a fuck about your parties. No, 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 you try to get me to be, but I don't want nobody. You're minding my business, darkness got me more paranoid than Haley Williams. Would it be like this on the daily? Abyss of darkness, maybe. Well, hopefully, I get a download from the deity to school me like a muffy. Yes, I be the mentee. Pray me, yo, pop through the come save me. I learned a thing for myself on my Trinity. Like, don't know what you want from me, but I know when I'm around you, I feel misery. So I just keep my resistance, and I'll just send love like Reiki long distance. Like Reiki long distance. Ooh, yeah, yeah, okay, that was a vibe. Um, but yeah, I like this song. Okay. Like I did like most of my guitar originals. We did Divine, Alumni, Otherwise Misery. Waiting in Vain. We did one cover. Actually, there's another guitar song that I started learning a while ago, but I kind of forgot some of the chords. So let's see if it's on here. I mean, the chords aren't too complicated. It's just a matter of like relearning it. Uh, this is funny. Anyway, um, all right. So it's leaning into my rock bag. Actually, speaking of my rock bag, I think I might be playing that chord wrong. But anyway, all right. I hope he's not playing it. So it's Helena Beat by Foster the People. First of all, that Torches album is amazing, start to finish. For a long time, that was one of my favorite. I mean, it still is one of my favorite albums, like of all time, type of albums. I know, like, there's great albums in the world or whatever the case may be, but for me, I think what I don't know if the qualifications have changed, but I've always looked at like great albums or my personal favorite great albums are albums that I can listen to start to finish and not skip a song. Like, and the Torches by Foster the People is one of those albums. Like, you can start that album from the beginning and get all the way to the end. And and it's amazing. all of it. Now, I do have to do like a deep dive into their later projects, but around that time is very nostalgic. I had a group of friends at the time, and that was like our album. But I still enjoy these songs. Like y'all not gonna ruin music for me. Like that's just not what's gonna happen. Um, so, and I started learning these chords a while ago, and I never really finished it. So we'll add that to the set list, even though it's like alternative rock, but R&B with a twist is what I give. So we cover Tears for Fears and Foster the People here, as well as the Gap Band and Tiana Taylor. Like, I don't know. I give you diversity. And, it is what it is. Or not necessarily diversity, versatility. That's a better word. But yeah, so I started learning these chords. And yeah. So, and we'll get into Agua de Marco. We'll get into that. You know, Yeah, so but I do want to see if I like memorize this a little bit. So, all right. So I'm just going to screen share. I'm just going to screen share.
Version, but it's pretty easy. So everything just repeats. It's just one thing that repeats the whole time. So it starts off. I play it with my ring finger on the seventh fret of your E string, my pinky finger on the seventh fret of my A string, and then my pointer finger on the fifth fret of my B string. So you get the. It's just it's just one thing that repeats the whole time. So it starts off. I play it with my ring finger on the seventh fret of your E string.
Oof, seventh fret. Think he breaks it down, baby. I like that. Okay. I know it's very similar to like that the breakdown in Waiting in Vain, like the chord structure.
My
It's like a barred chord.
pinky finger on the seventh fret of my A string, and then my pointer finger on the fifth fret of my B string. So you get this like E minor chord that. So that's the same structure for pretty much every chord in the song. So it starts here, and then it goes up two frets, and then it goes down to the third fret. So it's that same structure each time. And then it goes down two more frets,
What?
and then back up two more frets. And then this is the only chord that's a little bit different. It's like a C something. So
What? I remember. I knew it wasn't that. Something about that note is a little off. With the third.
on YouTube, like the acoustic version, but it's pretty easy. So everything just repeats. It's just one thing that repeats the whole time. So it starts off. I play it with my ring finger on the seventh fret of your E string, my pinky finger on the seventh fret of my A string, and then my pointer finger on the fifth fret of my B string. So you get this like E minor chord so that's the same structure for pretty much every chord in the song. So it starts here, and then it goes up 2 frets, and then it goes down to the third fret. So it's that same structure each time. And then it goes down 2 more frets, and then back up 2 more frets. And then this is the only chord that's a little bit
I
different.
don't know. Something about how he
It's like a
playing this
C
is not
something.
sounding right to me.
So you're gonna play the fifth fret on your A string, the fifth fret on your D string, the fourth.
Hold on. Something about these chords ain't right. I get where he's saying like the beginning part kind of makes sense, but
¿Qué tal amigos? Bienvenidos a un nuevo video. Es un mi menor en esta posición. La afinación es la afinación estándar, ¿ok? En mi. El primer acorde es un mi menor, entonces como he dicho. Dedo 3, sexta cuerda, séptimo espacio. Dedo 4, quinta cuerda, séptimo espacio. Y dedo 1, quinta cuerda, cuarta cuerda, quinto espacio. Y el resto queda al aire las cuerdas. ¿Ok? Nuestro segundo acorde es un fa sostenido menor y lo único que debemos hacer es correr este acorde 2 espacios. 1, 2. ¿Ok? Nuestro tercer acorde es un re con quinta en base a la.
I feel like these not the right chords. I mean, well, they might be, but I don't know. It's something about them that sound wrong. Oh yeah, that's right. And we were learning another time too. All right, so, oh, all right, new songs. Another time slash only exception. Helen a beat and Agua de Marco. All right, I'm kind of all over the place with these songs. You know what, y'all? Look, I'm not gonna lie. Tonight, I am a little tired. I've been on here like 2 hours and a half. All right, and it's 10 o'clock. So, all right, I will get back on here. Another day. I need to practice guitar more. That definitely needs to be a thing. Because at least with guitar practice, I am working vocals at the same time. It's just more of a focus on guitar practice. I mean, it's more of a focus on guitar. And it's more of a focus on guitar. Sorry, I was just like, oh, I forgot I had that charm. Well, not I forgot that I had the charm, but it was like stuck in there. And it wasn't the charm that I thought was in there. Because usually my guitar, funny, I have a guitar charm on here. Usually that charm gets like caught sometimes a little bit, depending on how I'm strumming. Angie, I see you. I see you want to jump up here, but no, because the way my skirt is set up. No, honey. I will give you some pats though. I'll give you some loving pats, my darling. I'm almost done, okay? But you know, at least technically I'm practicing vocals twice a week, but I'm only practicing guitar once a week. So I feel like I need to add another day. Either add another day or practice longer. I rather we'll see. We'll see how this is going. I think for now, based on what my schedule is looking like, I can I can add another day. It'll be like a flexible day. You know what I mean? Like it won't be set in stone because well, I mean, I guess Thursday can be that. I could do that for Thursday. It's more so the weekends that I feel like I need to use that as times to like consider like shows and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I feel like at least on the weekdays, even though like open mics are usually around the same time. So I don't know, there's a lot of open mics that happens during the weekdays, but we're practicing the book shows. Not that I'm not good enough for open mics or too good for open mics. That's not what I'm getting at. It's just there was a point in time in my life where I felt like I was always at an open mic, and it's like okay, I want to elevate past that and start really getting paid to perform. But I know to some degree I can't like not do open mics, or at least not at this stage right now, until we start consistently booking things and really build a buzz and build, a solid, consistent audience. So, you know, there's that. But but yeah, I want to practice longer. I know today I kind of like I didn't practice as long as I could, and then plus I was like late on here, which is my own fault. But starting next week, I'm gonna try to start at an earlier time and then practice for longer, and then go about these lives with a little bit more structure. Because at first I was like, all right, we just gonna do an hour loop of one song. That's what we gonna do. That's how we started this thing, right? Before it was a Tuesday guitar practice. And it was just like, okay, music, at first it was like heavy into the Watch Me Works because we were doing the flash drives. But then, I was doing like the hour loops, and then I was like, okay, but I have more songs that I need to work on. So because of that, I need to like work. And then plus, like I had the performance with Cafe Improv coming up. And so I was like, okay, I need to practice in preparation for a gig. And because of that habit, now I go through songs. So I think with 4 hours, I want to spend time working on old songs, ironing out the kinks, working through those rough patches, and just like getting used to it. And so getting it so down that it's not even a thought. And then studying new songs and working on new songs. I know, like, I didn't do Agua de Marco. I mean, I could do it real quick a little bit if I remember. I think I remember. I did not tune this thing. Look, I'm just look. We're gonna we're gonna close out the night, but to make up for the fact that I feel like a part of me like feel is like feeling bad about myself for doing this because I mean like I haven't made it to 3 hours yet and I was already late. And I'm just like I don't know, I'm just kind of tired. I'm like a little over it. So to make up for my slacking of productivity, I'm gonna get on here another day. Um, this week, maybe Thursday. Let me check my schedule. I'll check my schedule, and possibly Thursday I'll get on here and do like a full guitar practice and work on the songs that I missed. But I will say, otherwise, it's getting easier. Otherwise, alumni, divine is cool. I know I gotta like get that ending solid, But I feel like playing Divine is so much easier. Like when I first recorded that song, I had just learned it and I was still getting used to the cadence of playing like how like bossa nova chords are. And the song itself, like the audio, is not that good. But I embraced it because that was where my skills were at that time. And I really just wanted to record the song. But now I know I can play it a lot better than how I recorded it. It's giving very demo vibes, and that's cool, you know. And I was like, you know what, I'll just keep it and be like, it has an authentic acoustic, you know, like a rough around the edge kind of a sound. But now, like, I can play it a lot cleaner. So I just gotta clean up the ending with the na 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 yeah, so that's what I have to work on. But and usually I have it. Like usually it's fine. But I think this practice I was more so really focused on making sure my vocals were full and like enunciated and whatnot. I don't know, maybe that was the magic of can you turn the mic up? We can't hear you in the back. um yeah. Anyway, all right, y'all. I'm tired. I'm tired, and I think I was up pretty early today, and I had like I ran some errands a little bit. Well, I only made one stop. I picked up some groceries. Yeah, so I'll be back here tomorrow for Wednesday vocal practice. I'll announce what I'm working on and just certain changes to what I'm doing. I'm still gonna. I do want to designate some time to learn another section of Agua de Marco. Or you know what? Maybe the extra day that I do could just be solely focused on that song. Um, like maybe like a fun day practice, something like that. Like you know, something fun. Like songs that I want to learn, not for the sake of because I have to learn them, but because it's like I just really want to. I enjoy singing this song. So maybe that might be what that is. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I think that's what I'll do. Just so, because I know what I'm doing tomorrow is gonna be a primary focus. I might not have the time to really work on Agua de Marco the way I want to. So I'll probably save it for Thursday and work on the guitar and the vocals then and just focus that song on that. Okay, cool. That's what I'll do. All right, y'all. Look, your girl is tired and it's 10 o'clock, and I'm really going to try my best to not be up super late tonight. It's a struggle for me because I am a night owl, just a little bit. I don't know. I feel like, and really what it is like I be up working. Like I'm like, I come up with ideas, I'm working on notes, I'm strategizing, I'm figuring out like best practices of social media, I'm looking at my analytics, like I'm watching, you know, I mean, yeah, at times when I'm watching something just for entertainment, I'm also doing work to some degree at the same time. Whether it's posting on social media, whether it's writing down different ideas like journaling, um, whether it's, you know, if I'm like watching gym talk videos, I'm watching a podcast, you know, watching something on like personal finance, probably Earn Your Leisure, or like I've been watching a lot of Wendy Day's content just because it's relevant to where I am in my career right now. And, you know, it's, yeah, I'm always working. Even when I feel like, okay, I could be looking more productive right now, like, okay, I'm just kind of like chilling here. But my chilling is never really chilling. Like I can never just sit and chill. Like it's always to some degree something productive is happening. So yeah, that's why I try not to give myself too much of a hard time. But at the same time, I do want to master the structure of my workday. I haven't quite gotten there yet, but it gets done. Like the newsletter is out. Even though I really wanted it to be done like a month beforehand, it got done. It's finito. Now I have a structure, and as events happen, I'll be updating it, and then the next one will be out next month. So, and then we'll be building the email list. So there's that. But yeah, okay, I'm done talking to y'all. Y'all know how I am. Y'all know I love to end on a prayerful note. Um, I'm trying to think. I was like, "Ooh, is there a prayer that I've been looking at prayers on Pinterest for manifestation of it all, and they got some really good prayers up there. But I think I'll just say a prayer from the Hort because, you know, I have some thoughts about a current, I guess, controversial moment. Um, but I'm gonna save my thoughts. I'm going to take a moment to ponder my thoughts and then really think about how I want to share them, if at all. But I'll just like sit back and just watch it all unfold. I'm intrigued. Everything is like comedy to me at this point. It's just like I'm so like I don't know. I guess like I'm unfortunately so used to the problematic chaoticness of circumstances surrounding my life. Um, but like I don't know, it's caused me to be fearless. Like that's why I feel like I can go toe to toe with any situation. Not like I'm better than somebody or like or anything like that, but saying like I made a post earlier today. For my inner child, I will defeat anything in my way, essentially, or anything thrown against me, or whatever the case may be, And I made a post really talking about, like, just everything that I've been through in my journey of adversity, rejection, neglect, and worse. Um, it's those are legitimate reasons for anybody to be like, man, fuck this shit, man. I'm not even gonna. Child, what's the point? I know how I'm gonna end this. But I just want to make this point. But the little girl in me, my inner child, young Nerisse, who I haven't talked about this in a while. I talked about it in a live stream, like a motivational live stream towards like a few months ago when I first started doing this. And I was saying that, you know, she was an awkward little thing, big dreams. I just wanted to be fabulous. I just wanted to be a superstar. Um, I just wanted to sing for a living, and I knew I was talented. I didn't have like the look figured out all the way, but I knew it was, I knew that I was going to have a glow up era. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't feel like I wasn't comfortable with myself because I didn't feel like I had the freedom to fully express myself. And like, I just didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel like confident, but I just knew I was talented at the very least. I was like, look, the look might not be there. I might not be all the way cute right now, but I know I can sing at least. I know I can get some of these notes. At the very least, I knew that. And I knew I had like big creative ideas too. And and I don't know, I guess like I don't know, my life is so unorthodox, it's ridiculous. And and I don't know, I guess I'm a problematic queen. Who knows? But not intentionally, it's just that I'm outspoken And I usually like to call a spade, whereas other people be like tiptoeing around the shit, and I'm like, the fuck is you tiptoeing around? I like, we see what it is, you know. And I don't know. I don't mean to be like this. I really just be trying to sing my songs. But at the same time, my point in saying this is like, despite the things that are thrown my way and the things that I deal with when I'm out and about and interacting with certain people, I'm just like, I don't care who y'all are. Lil Narice, she's priority. You know, inner child me, and I mean, as well as like, you know, my mama and, you know, my loved ones and all. But for that little girl, I refuse to let anything stop her dream. That's her dream. And yeah, you know, I could have fell for the trap of like, oh, I have to be an adult. I have to, you know, pay my bills and this and that. And it's like, yeah, I still got to do that. And, you know, every now and then it gets a little tight, but, you know, my credit card bills be paid on time. And, you know, gratefully, my credit score is going up. But, you know, Lil Narice had big dreams, has big dreams. And they've only evolved and grown over time. And regardless of anything happening outside of me, even though it seems like an impossible feat, I was like, girl, it's one thing to be like an artist that's unknown and your fight is like getting people to be interested in your music. It's another thing where it's not a matter of you being unknown, but it's a matter of you being like vehemently rejected, neglected, and like attacked. And still having the nerve, the audacity, the ambition to be like, fuck that. I'm finding my tribe. I'm finding my village. I'm still going to put this work out. I'm still going to do the work. I'm still going to work out. I'm still going to eat healthy. I'm still going to practice these songs, work on guitar, build my build my empire one way or another. Cuz there's too many people on the planet that have good taste, that have integrity and morals and all these things that I know are my village. I just haven't found a way to tap into them yet. And yeah, I just don't care about the shenanigans. And Angie doesn't either. Keep playing them games and you're going to get scratched. Is Angie. It's a reference to my other live stream. I choke. It's, you know, I have a sense of humor. Don't want to, respectfully. No, but really, like, I don't know what giving up is. Because another thing that I said is like, if life was going to be challenging anyway, why not deal with the challenges on a path doing something you love? So here I am doing something that I love. Hold on. Girl, don't appreciate you rudely interrupting my live stream. I'm almost done, okay? Sit out here for a second. Don't bug that man. Anyway, I'm here doing what I love, doing what I'm good at. You know, I often say, well, I don't say, well, I have said it, but I got it from Gary Vee saying like the odds of being a human are like 400 trillion and whatever, a crazy number. The odds of being a human, the odds of living as long as you do, living a long, prosperous, healthy life, manifesting. And, you know, just different situations of people who deal with like, you know, like miscarriages and stuff like that. But to be born, to live, to have a life is a blessing. And to be in good health is a blessing. To have a story, to have an experience, to have a talent, a gift is a blessing. And I don't take that for granted. And I just refuse to let things ruin that for me. Like, I just refuse. And that's why I keep my head down and I do the work. And again, like I know it's not perfect. Like I know I'm like, okay, the structure and my time management could be better. And, like keeping up the momentum could be better. Like it gets done. Like, okay, I might not have done the full workout that I wanted to do, but I did stretch, I did work out, and I doubled the amount of reps that I did. So in a way, I did more than I was doing before, despite not doing the full thing. Either way, I'm intentionally doing something that's active and improving not only my stamina, my strength, and my endurance and my health, and being consistent with that, being consistent with practicing guitar, being consistent, showing up with live streams. Now I was a little late today. Forgive me, y'all. I'm trying to get it together, but I'm here. I showed up. I'm here, and I practiced, and I'm trying my best to maintain it all, as well as the business side of things, safely. And it's just it's a journey. It's a journey, and I'm just trying my best out here. I'm trying my best, and I just hope that my village sees and receives that. And to other people, I just, like, another thing I said on my threads is that, well, most of my social media, I think Threads, X, and Instagram. I know there's other people going through their challenges, going through their seasons of confusion, being hated on, being rejected, being ostracized, and pointed the finger at, or having fingers pointed at them, and just like, all the things that nobody wants to experience as a person, because we all want love, we all want to feel accepted, we all want to feel like we're worthy of, like, a community in some way. And when you go through the, like, low vibrational experiences of feeling like you don't belong and you're not supposed to be here, or you don't have a right, or you don't have any worth, when you go through experiences like that, it's hard. And um it's not anything that people should go through. And it's especially hard when you don't have the confidence to push through that. Like, I had to develop that shit. You know what I mean? Like, there's people who are like, yo, it's like they last straw and they want to just give it up. And I know what that feels like. I know what that's like. And no one should feel like that. And that's why I say I keep going. I push forward. I, even when it's like, girl, why? Because it's like, what the fuck is cancel culture? I say what I want about you niggas. Respectfully. I try to be respectful about it. I just be saying my opinions to my zero views on here, apparently. And, all of a sudden, people feel away, But do I be lying? Do I? Let me know. If anything, I'm misinformed, but that's because y'all be holding up the lie. But that's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother time. But I say all this to say, I know there's people out here who go through different experiences like that, of feeling rejected and feeling like they're not enough and all these things, and they don't have the mental fortitude and the strength to keep pushing through that bullshit. And it's not easy. It's not. However, I do it anyway because little Narice is like, fuck what y'all talking about. I got big dreams and I'm not leaving this planet until I get them done. Period. Fuck what you talking about. And that's little Narice in me. That's me now being like, all right, what she said, you know, but also as a representation of showing anybody else that's going through that season in their life, like, damn, I know it's not popular to agree with me. I know it's not popular to side with me, or whatever the case may be, or support, but like, anybody with a brain would be like, yo, I don't know. Y'all keep trying to cancel this girl and like break this girl down, and she is still here. Yeah, I am. And it's only getting better. But I do this to show other people, like, yo, whatever you got going on in your life, whatever the adversity is, whatever the challenge is, like, keep going. Because I truly believe there's going to be a point in my life where shit gets easier and I reap the benefits of the fruit that the seeds that I sow. You know, that whole thing of like, you know, um, you reap what you sow. I don't fear that because I know for the past few years I've been sowing very good things, more good than not. And you know, and whatever karma comes with the negative, I'll take that. Because again, if it's a consequence of my own actions, I can own and hold that. But I know my actions are a majority good and with good intent and love and care. I know that for certain and I stand on that. So, you know, that whole like, oh, you reap what you sow. I hope so. I'm waiting. I'm waiting on the harvest because look, a bitch been sowing some good old seeds. Okay? So yeah, that whole, and I know that. I know that. And so, and for that reason, because I know there's a harvest waiting for me, and I know the laws of the universe of like, what is it, is it polarity? I think it's polarity of just knowing that things happen in waves. Like there's going to be good seasons, there's going to be bad seasons, there's going to be rough seasons, there's going to be like, this could have been better. Like it's different seasons, and I just know, like, even when the season might not be getting easier, I know I get stronger and I get wiser and I handle it better. And I just pray that the right people stumble upon me and know that they're welcomed in this village if they need an example of what it looks like to be resilient and what it is to not give up on yourself and what it is to truly believe in yourself when the rest of the world is telling you no. You know, and even if they tell you a yes, it's yes with shenanigans, and still being like, I'm gonna show up and put my best foot forward. I'm still going to treat people with respect. I'm still going to show up with love and high vibrations regardless of what you're doing, because I know the energy that I'm bringing and I know what I put forth. I know I'm going to reap what I sow, and that's why I care to sow love into spaces, even when they might not show me that, or whatever the case may be. And I know it's not easy to do that. And there's people who go through their seasons of feeling like, yo, what's the point? You know, life is trash, this and that. Like, no, keep going. Believe in yourself. If nobody is believing in you, you of all people should believe in you. And don't let anybody rob your dreams ever. You know, I don't care what the fuck is going on out in the world, and who might have took your idea or whatever the case may be, or people try to tell you to hang it up. Only time I fold and hang it up is when I'm doing laundry. Don't stop for nobody. Keep fucking going. With that said, I wanted to end this. I haven't done affirmations in a while, but when I was writing my tweets or my threads, I don't know which, back and forth, you know, I came up with some affirmations of worthiness because I know that I'm worthy. I know I'm worthy. I don't care what you talking about, who trying to tell me. Like I said, it don't matter what status you are, where you at on the planet. You can't convince me that I'm not worthy of the basics that I feel everybody is worthy of. And I'm especially worthy of that shit because I know I work for it and I know I'm a good person, you know? But we're going to do these affirmations real quick. And if you want to see it, it's on my Threads account. So, you know, go on my page on Threads and watch it. But I say, I'm worthy of success. I'm worthy of respect. I'm worthy of glory. I'm worthy of love. I'm worthy of happiness. I'm worthy of peace of mind. I'm worthy of protection. And I'm worthy of the freedom to manifest all my dreams. So it is, so it will be. And thank you for what has already been. Amen. I mean, Ashe. I hope y'all enjoyed this live stream. I know I could have been practicing more. This practice was a little lackluster, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, but otherwise it's getting stronger though. So I will say, I will highlight that win there. But I, I had my little discussions about R&B and this and that. But I just want to say thank you to everybody. There's CDs and flash drives on the website. There's smudge sticks. We got Avalon shells that look like this. Well, not as many holes as this one. This is a damaged one that I took out of inventory, but I use it. And we got Palo Santo, we got sage, different sizes for the spiritual vibes. I didn't light it today. It's okay. I sprayed Florida water because I like how that smells sometimes. But yeah, there's merch on there. I was rocking my merch earlier today. My divine hoodie. Because I was like, look, I'm just gonna run out here real quick, run these errands, and then get back here, and then I'll change and get dressed. And here I am dressed for the live stream, y'all. Because I have my fits planned for the week. Because we try to be on point about these things, right? Time management, and that's a skill that I learned from one of my old coworkers. So shout out to her for relaying that gem. But yeah, so buy the merch, sign up for the newsletter, get the discount, and then buy the merch, and it'll be emailed to you. And yeah, check out the newsletter, sign up for the email list. The email is specifically for the village, for people who resonate with the vibes that I give, and who are loving, who are supportive, who are honest, who get it. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. And the girls that get it are a part of the village. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm done talking. Thank you so much for everything. For whoever watches the playback, I appreciate you. Thank you for the one person on Kick that be watching. We getting some follows. Okay, I don't know what's up with these accounts. These accounts be looking a little fraudulent. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, the follows is up. So okay. If it's real humans, I don't know. It's giving bot vibes. But I mean, AI needs to be entertained too. And Neomac Entertainment. Actually, I don't know if we're gonna entertain AI. The whole point of Neomac is getting out the Matrix. And some of y'all, I don't know. For the people who want to take the red pill and get out the Matrix, that's who the village is for. And with that said, that is the end of this live stream. God bless you. Good night. I'll see y'all tomorrow for Wednesday vocal practice. Love you. To my divine darlings of the village.